A friend knocked on his door with an unexpected invitation. "Would you like to come to a prayer meeting tonight?" the friend asked casually. George paused. A prayer meeting? He almost laughed out loud. It wasn't the kind of evening entertainment he was used to, but curiosity got the better of him. Something in the simplicity of the request struck him. He hesitated for a moment, then, to his own surprise, said yes. That decision would change the course of his life forever. The prayer meeting was held in a small house just a few streets away. George stepped inside, expecting a dry and formal gathering, but what he found shocked him. A dozen or so believers gathered in a simple room were praying and reading the Bible, not with ritual, but with conviction. There were no polished sermons, no lofty theology, no theatrical display, just sincerity, passion, a deep reverence for God. They sang hymns from the heart. They prayed as if God were right there in the room. And when one man opened the Bible to read, George felt as if the words were directed straight at him. That night, for the first time in his life, George Muller saw the difference between religion and relationship. These people weren't performing, they weren't pretending, they believed. They truly knew the God they were talking to. George returned to his room, shaken. He couldn't sleep. He couldn't distract himself with drink or laughter or books. He lay awake, replaying the prayers he had heard, the scriptures that had been read. Something had pierced his soul. Something had broken through the carefully built shell around his heart. For the first time, George saw himself clearly, not as a clever student or a future clergyman, but as a lost sinner in need of grace. He remembered every lie, every theft, every empty prayer, and felt the weight of them pressing down on him. He opened the Bible, truly opened it for the first time, not as a textbook, but as a desperate man seeking light. The words of Jesus, once dismissed, now burned into his soul. "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me." John 14:6. From the moment George Muller rose from his knees that night, everything changed. Gone was the old ambition to be a minister for money or reputation. In its place burned a quiet but fierce desire to know God, to serve him, to live a life that was real,